Good afternoon, Your Honor. Michael Dobie for the people. Good afternoon, Your Honor. May it please the court. Leonard Ballard on behalf of Mr. Winburn, who appears from MDOC via Zoom.
Mr. Winburn. You can hear me okay, sir?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. All right, Mr. Winburn.
Your Honor, I don't know, I can't see the other person, that, he says he's my lawyer, but I don't know who he is. I haven't spoke to him or anything.
Okay. Introduce yourself again.
I will. Your Honor, may it please the court. Leonard Ballard on behalf of Mr. Winburn. I have been to the prison. I have spoken with Mr. Winburn.
Okay.
One time, Your Honor, for 45 minutes.
Okay. But you do know who he is, so.
Now I know who he is. Yes, I see.
Okay. Recently, there have been a lot of motions filed, and I'm just going to go through to make sure that I have them all because they are coming over. Here's Mr. Winburn. You might be sending these without the assistance of counsel, and if you want to make sure that I have all of them, and then make sure that I have proper responses for them as well, and then we'll put on the record what we're going to address today. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so I have 9 pending motions in this case. And one was filed on 1/5, that's a motion to afford due process and order a replacement counsel. Next on 2/3, motion for disqualification of the judge and referral to chief judge. 2/3, again, motion to dismiss based on 180-day rule and speedy trial and public trial violations. 2/3, motion to dismiss based on police and prosecution misconduct, lack of subject matter jurisdiction. 2/3, motion to replace counsel and lift all judicial edicts. 3/13, motion to vacate all previous orders by Judge O'Brien. 3/20, motion to withdraw as counsel. 3/21, motion to dismiss charges for lack of grand jury indictment. And 3/21, motion to dismiss charges for Trooper Tish, I think that's proper pronunciation, failed to preserve exculpatory evidence. And then another motion filed to motion as to withdraw counsel. What I don't believe I have responses to most of these, but what I'm inclined to do today is to look at the motion to withdraw counsel today. And if I'm going to hear that, and depending on the ruling of that, we'll put these other matters out for a time when counsel could be appointed to you, Mr. Winburn. So we'll start with the motion to withdraw counsel, Mr. Ballard.
Thank you, Your Honor. I was appointed counsel. I believe I'm 7 or 8 counsels that have been appointed in this case. This case came to my office, to the chief public defender in Jackson. I am with the public defender's office in Jackson County. Came to us from Genesee. It was requested that an attorney from our office take up this case. I did assume this case. I did get out to the prison as quickly as I could once being appointed. The prisons have made it quite difficult of recent. They have rescinded some of their pre-COVID or their during COVID allowances to call. I immediately went out there. We started receiving discovery from a number of sources, both from previous counsels, prosecutor's office. It totals a quite voluminous amount of discovery. I have been combing through this, at which time Mr. Winburn has continued to file various documents with the court. And of most recent, I received a letter from Mr. Winburn, an attorney grievance commission request for investigation, citing that my lack of communication with him has made me negligent. Your Honor, I will cite this. At that point had been 7 weeks, and the amount of discovery to pour through was, as I said, voluminous. There was no way to fully have an understanding of the case at that time. But upon receipt of this, I did file my motion to withdraw. I will say for the court, and in support of Mr. Winburn, when I met with him, his his request is simply to represent himself. I do not know the full details of his previous self-representation, but I do believe a couple of things. I do think he should be afforded his constitutional right to represent himself, but I also believe that appointment of future counsel, other than simply stand by or support counsel, will result in further lawsuits or grievances. I think we're setting up counsel, in a similar fashion. So again, outside of that, I do believe Mr. Winburn has the right to represent himself, and I would encourage that. However, at this point, my motion simply cites to withdraw as counsel in this case and to withdraw the Jackson Public Defender's Office in total.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yeah, Michael Dobie for the people. Mr. Ballard, I think, is correct in his assessment there that no counsel will be suitable for Mr. Winburn in his eyes. However, he also cannot represent himself. He has a jury trial was begun several years ago. He caused a mistrial after numerous warnings from the judge and instruction. He is incapable of conforming himself to the rules necessary to conduct a jury trial. Counsel representing him will be necessary. As to the relationship between Mr. Ballard and Mr. Winburn, I have nothing to add, except that yes, we have been through everyone in our county, and this is the third out-of-county public defender's office that have attempted to represent him in various levels of success.
Your Honor, may I respond?
What is it that you need to say, Mr. Winburn?
I just wanted to just draw the court's attention to in one of my motions, in the motion to dismiss, that you mentioned that you did receive and docketed. There is, I'd like to correct this, Mr. Dobie, that it's not that I don't have the right. I have a constitutional right of self-representation, and the previous order suspending that doesn't operate as a lifelong judicial edict that can constitutionally stand. I have a constitutional and common law right and statutory right of self-representation, and it's a misstatement of facts and of the historical record that I actually caused the mistrial. If the court looks at page 39 of my motion to dismiss, that's the motion that was filed February 22nd. I specifically, very detailed, outlined all the facts. The prosecutor's office prompted a mistrial and claimed falsely that I was incompetent to represent myself. And that's why I'm arguing at page 39 that the double jeopardy clause bars a retrial. And I'm asking the court to visit all my motions, allow me self-representation, look at the facts. I've been held, Your Honor, for 7 years as a pretrial detainee without a trial, right? And I've been treated worse than the Guantanamo Bay prisoners in GIMME, Your Honor. This is in the United States of America. This is not Cuba, and this is not communist China. But I've been treated worse, and they think the prosecutor. Yes,
Mr. Winburn.
Yes, Your Honor.
So the motion on the floor right now is the motion to withdraw as counsel. And as I said previously, we're not going into any of the other motions.
Right.
It sounds like you have other legal issues that you need to deal with outside of what is on the docket for today. So what will be addressed is the Mr. Winburn.
Okay.
Is the motion to withdraw counsel, which will be granted. I'll contact Ms. Hightower from our MDIP liaison to try to find another counsel to stand by for you. These motions will be adjourned out to May 15th. Mr. Dobie, I would expect that I have responses to the motion.
Your Honor, you're asking me to respond to the motions that he has filed himself? Okay.
Yes.
And in addition to that, Mr. Dobie, whenever the new counsel is appointed, because it looks like we've been through anywhere from 7 to 11 different attorneys at this point, I'd like you to take the opportunity to sit down and do kind of an accounting of discovery. I understand it's customary that other counsel will give to the next what I'm concerned about is we've had so many attorneys, maybe not everything has gotten to Mr. Ballard at this point. I'd like
Yes,
you
sir.
to have just an accounting and double check to make sure that he has, he or she next will have everything that they need to.
Your Honor, thank you.
And obviously, Your Honor, I can't speak to us having everything. We will immediately comply with, once we're notified that there is new counsel, we will send it. I will cite for the court, we've had discussions with appellate attorneys in regards to this to see where they can go with this case. That was kind of the direction we were going, in hopes of getting an appellate attorney that can take up Mr. Winborn's issue to self-representation. Obviously, we are no longer pursuing that, given the order today.
Mr. Winburn, we will see you back on May 15th. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, thank you, Your Honor.
Number 31, People versus Glenn Milton, 22388 FH.
Dawn Armstrong, Assistant Prosecutor, on behalf of the people.
Sandra White on behalf of Glenn Milhan.
White and Jen,
Yes.
and Mr. Milhan. Hi, how are you? Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so we are here today for a pretrial, and we also have a motion to withdraw filed by Ms. White.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Milhan and I, it started with the competency evaluation. We have been going downhill ever since. We don't agree on which direction to go. There are certain items that he wanted filed that I did not get filed as soon as he wanted them filed. Basically, at this point, we just can't even discuss the matter anymore. I know he has requested substitute counsel quite a few times. He was denied once, but now that we've gotten to a point where we can't even work together.
I will go ahead and grant
Your Honor.
your motion and Mr. Milhan, that's, I believe, your request as well to have a different attorney.
Yeah, but I would actually like to, I was told, she came and see me at the jail yesterday and she told me that only her motion would be heard today and that mine would not be heard because I filed it by myself and that I had an attorney. But I strongly object to that because I would like my motion to be heard because there are issues that I would like to address to the record for my malpractice claim. I would like to expand the record.
Okay, well, so today what we're hearing is the motion to have your counsel withdraw. I'm going to appoint a new attorney. Your motions and your requests that I did get some handwritten ones that were shared with both Ms. White and Ms. Armstrong's office. They'll have the opportunity to weigh in, but your new attorney will also have the opportunity to represent you in those, okay?
Now, I will be able to have a Ginther hearing.
That's not up for today. So if your new attorney comes in and that's something that you want to proceed with them, then you can properly file a request for that. But that's not an issue today, nor was it properly prosecuted for today. So what we're going to do is
I think she appointed Miss, I always say her name wrong. Yes. Yes, and she's just waiting for me to let her know the next court date.
okay, we'll be back on 4/17. Ms. White, if you could also provide the copies when you do the discovery exchange
Yes.
of the motions that Mr. Millan had filed.
Okay.
And then Ms. Armstrong, I would expect a response from your office.
All right, Miss Slay.
I will let Ms. Lomdi know.
Ms. Lund will be there.
Miss
It's
Slay.
been her case from the beginning.
This is
Yes,
Ms. Lund.
she is. Yes, this is her case. But I'm covering for her today.
Okay, yes, sir.
I haven't received like a lot of my discovery stuff. They haven't even put in the motion for discovery. I don't have none of my discovery things. It's been almost a year.
Your Honor, he has everything I have.
I do not have, she hasn't even put in a motion for discovery.
Counsel, you have a new attorney now, Ms. Olga Yermolenko, and you can discuss those with her. She's going to be notified, it sounds like today, that you are her new client. You guys can make arrangements to discuss it. Okay?
And that was April 17th, right?
Yes.
Okay, I told her I would let her know. Okay, thank you.
All right, you're being sued, Ms. White. I'm just letting you know.
Numbers 36 and 37, People versus Joshua Sawyer, 2398 FH, 2399 FH.
Gwen Armstrong, Assistant Prosecutor on behalf of the.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Tonight's vote hearing on behalf of Mr. Sawyer, who's also present from the Washington County Jail. Mr. Sawyer, can you please state your name for the record?
Joshua Sawyer.
Hi, Mr. Sawyer. How are you?
I'm all right.
How are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, at this time, we met with you in chambers prior to today, and I submitted a COPS request on behalf of Mr. Sawyer. You have indicated that you would not be inclined to commit to the COPS request that he asked me to submit. So I would like to adjourn this to allow me time to speak with Mr. Sawyer, explain to him what we discussed, and decide how we want to proceed.
No. I'm trying to take that plea that we talked about, Ms. Linda, to my lawyer.
Mr. Sawyer, we had discussed a plea agreement at the last hearing. I was prepared to proceed with you, and you were going to enter this plea, the plea agreement that we discussed when we bound your case over at district court. At that time, you said that you were not prepared to enter that plea and you wanted additional time to speak with me. And so we spoke, and I submitted a COPS request on your behalf. The judge will not agree to sentence you to 34 months. So I need to come and speak with you to see how you want to proceed moving forward before you enter a plea.
I want to enter the same plea that we had discussed that you had on the table, the one that you offered me.
That's correct. It's the same plea agreement, but you requested, you indicated you would only want to proceed if there was a COPS agreement that went along with this plea. So I'm just doing what you asked me to do.
Right.
And we're going to adjourn this out for 2 weeks so that we can discuss this, so that you can be certain you know what you're doing today or the next time you appear in court before you enter your plea.
Okay, and can I speak on my phone situation? The arraignment judge that took my phone, like at the beginning of this,
Mr. Sawyer, whatever you want to address with the court, I think it's best if you do it through me, okay?
No, I gotta get my phone back and I can't contact my people. I haven't been able to get in contact with my family, none of that. So I was like, wanted to ask the judge, like, can I get my phone back in here? I don't have my phone. I have no way to contact nobody to the outside world. I got family that don't even know I'm in here. So I'm trying to like have a way to contact the outside world. My phone been taken for 2 months. I never had like a paper to say why they took it.
Mr. Sawyer, are you asking for your phone to be able to use it while you're in jail, or do you just need the phone numbers off your phone?
No, I need to use the phone while I'm in jail. I haven't had no contact with my people, with my family since I've been in jail.
Mr. Sawyer, if your request is that your phone be removed from property to get certain information off it, to get the phone number, that's something Ms. Hammoud will have to work out with the prosecutor's office. I'm assuming your phone is either in property or is in evidence.
No. I'm talking about my phone account. I haven't even been able to call my people since I've been here. Like my phone account been took. I haven't been able to contact nobody. Family don't even know I'm in here.
Talking about maybe Ms. Hammoud, you could.
Mr. Sawyer, when I meet with you, we can address what you're asking for with respect to your phone, okay? I think he wants his cell phone. So
It's his account.
He's talking about his jail phone.
My jail phone. I haven't been able to call my people.
okay, so
I don't have any control over the jail phone, so I'll let you and Ms. Hammoud
No.
figure out what you need to
Judge,
do.
listen, I'm
with the sheriff's
saying.
department.
Judge, if you grant my phone, if you tell them that they gotta cut my phone back on, they're gonna cut my phone back on. I have no contact with my family or nothing since I've been in here. Like this is crazy.
privileges saying.
I can't call my family. I can't call my mom.
Are you
Has no.
Mr. Sawyer,
Okay, I'm not sure.
has somebody cut off your ability to use the jail phone?
No, they haven't let me use the jail phone since I've been in here. I haven't used no phone. I haven't talked to.
And
my
that was a
mom.
bond condition that the judge who arraigned you set?
Yeah, and he never seen me again. He never just I never.
So are you asking me to address that bond condition and ask the court to modify that?
Can I have my phone? I just want to
Okay.
be able to call, I just want to be able to call my family. Like I can't call my family. I can't.
If that is the case, just put
This
forth
is the
a-
first time hearing of this, so yeah.
Put forth a motion and proposed order with the prosecutor's office.
Okay,
But I don't have anything written in from the bind over packet from.
okay.
Like this got to be against some type of law or something. Like I need my phone, like to contact my family. I
Mr. Sawyer, please, can you please,
can't even
just
call them.
let us meet and we'll figure it out, okay?
But what am I supposed to do until then, until we meet, to get my phone?
And
To
then I'll
contact my
let
people?
you. Mr. Sawyer,
Mrs. Slade, what's up? I need my
My God.
phone.
what's up? I'm gonna
What's
tell you
up?
what's up.
Tell me
This
what's
is
up.
what's up today. We are handling your adjournment, your
I
phone.
need my
and your
phone to
motion
contact
for
my
your
people.
phone
That's against my
is not
constitutional rights.
on the
That
docket.
is against my
Your case
constitutional
will be
rights.
back on
That's against my
10.
constitutional rights. I need my phone.
Thank you.
No problem.
Number 22, People versus Burley Holmes, 22620 FH.
I hadn't remembered, I was gonna contact her. Look into it. Is this Holmes on Zoom by chance?